Oh my, do I have a delightful treat for you today? Settle in and get ready to be heart and mind blown by Jackie, Laura, Catherine, and Marloose as they share their jaw-dropping wisdom around how saying yes to Devoted Energy Coaching School was a strategic business decision for them. I know you're wondering how Devoted Energy Coaching School, otherwise known as DECS, may serve you, how becoming a Devoted Energy Coach will change everything. Rather than sharing my own perspective as teacher, listen to these divine students share their own real-life experiences. Trust me, they're going to knock your socks off with their precision and depth. And though each of their shares is unique, you can hear the golden thread woven throughout. How their own personal growth, which surprised them greatly, by the way, really served them in implementing their learnings from DECS in their businesses. Ugh, are you at the edge of your seat? I know I am. Keep listening to today's episode to hear from these divine humans share their own perspectives, soulful surprises, and heart lessons as they let you in on how DECS was an incredibly strategic business decision for each and every one of them in their unique way. Welcome to the Devoted Way podcast, all about magic and miracles with me, Sora Schilling. It's time to hone in on your intuition, become artful, respectful, and nuanced with your relationship with energy, and live life based on your design. Your unique blueprint encoded with stardust from the ethereal realm and blood from those that have come before you. You know what to do and how to be, so trust in yourself. For Jackie, who is longing to meet her clients on a deeper and richer level, she has done just that. Through her learnings inside of DECS, listen to how she now meets each of her clients in a unique way, in alignment with their own energy, guiding them as they uncover their own understandings from within instead of getting caught up in the swirling stories in their mind.
I did join because I wanted it to support me in my business. It was one of those things where I'm like, strategically, but also where I want my business to go and the work that I do, I knew there was a deeper level and a deeper layer that I wanted to work with my clients on. And it's just been that as we've learned, it's, as Marlou said, you know, like the lessons that we've learned for ourselves has also encompassed the business. But it's like, and it's exactly that. It's this whole new layer of coaching. Like it brings in a whole new element for how you can support your clients. So instead of, I say just, and I'm downplaying this, right? Instead of just asking questions and getting them to think about the answers, as much as you can sometimes try and get them to feel into the answers, that can be really hard for a lot of people. You know, trusting themselves to drop into their body or to feel what they're feeling and what the emotions are, I think is a big one as well. We often go straight to, or what do I think I should feel, or what's safe to feel, and that kind of thing. Whereas DECS as a coach gives you that extra tool to take your client to another place. It allows them to experience things for themselves without you asking questions. Like you take them on a journey and they learn more about themselves and you hold them in that space. So you have the ability to use this completely different method for them to come up with their own answers. And I think for me, DECS has really given us that tool to, again, not have to say anything. You know, sorry, we're falling out of the ball pit. My life, sorry. You know, it's that, you know, we take them on a journey and ask them questions and get them to answer, to get them to come up with everything. You know, it's not, and I think as the coach, it really is a whole new way of being, and it's a whole new way of holding space because there's just so many different layers. And for my business, I know that once I'm finished, it adds such richness and depth to how I coach and this, like the support that I have to offer. And And I think, yeah, there's so many skills that I've learned in this container that I haven't, and I guess similar to Laura, like we experiment with these things ourselves in our own personal space, but then how do you transfer that so you can use it for other people? How do we take our own self-practice or even practice that we've had with our coach and give that to someone else in our own unique way, knowing that every single person is totally different. Like we all have different beliefs, we all have different ways of being, we all have different ways of coaching, and knowing that everything in DECS supports us to do that and support our clients in the most beautiful way, knowing that we also all work with different clients as well. So I think it's just really deepened. It's like, I don't know. I don't even have the word I don't think there's a word that justifies the magnitude of what I've learned and how that supports my business already, knowing that really I'm not even doing this work yet. Right? The way that I coach now, and it's like this, nervous energy currently of like, oh, I just want to go. I just want to go. I know there's so much more to do, but I just want to go. But the space that I hold already, being, halfway through, is so much greater and so much richer than I ever have before. And it's kind of like that excitement to see what else is to come, because it's like, how can it get better than this? Knowing that it does.
Laura wanted to add another tool to her ever-growing tool belt, and so she thought she can come in and get what she needed and be complete. Ooh, keep listening to hear how her mega personal growth and mind-blowing expansion as a mindset coach and space holder took her by surprise inside of DECS.
Yeah, DECS was a strategic business decision for me too, because I work as a mindset coach and I talk about the magic, and that to me is like energy coaching and emotions. And I knew that I was like dancing around the edges, but I didn't really feel confident or grounded in my knowledge or experience or like really like playing in that space, I guess. Very confident in mindset, not so much in this space, but I knew that it was like important to the work that I was doing, that you can't only come at things like from the mind. Even if you're playing in a subconscious space, like there's another layer, a depth, I guess. And so that's why for me, when we talk about what was surprising in DECS, my personal growth and experience has been a little bit like the way that it's like shifted, many things for me has been like, wasn't expecting that, because I really was like, I really was like, I'm just going to learn a new like skill set. This is going to be great. I'm going to be a better coach. Bye. So yeah. I mean, really, you think I'd know better. But anyhow, so it's given me all of that, right? And so much more. And so I think that other thing about the way that it's helped me as a coach is I always, like, underpinning my work is always that the client knows the answer. They know what's right and best for them. They know their next step. It's all within them. And energy coaching has given me ability to hold space to help them really see and know and feel that in a deeper way that doesn't come from their mind, or that maybe comes sometimes from their mind and beyond. And so they really, in my experience with the way that I've been using it in my work so far, it's like I can see that they get it in a way that's like beyond what they were able to before, and beyond the way that I was able to hold space for them to experience that when I was just kind of playing in the realm of mindset. It's hard to articulate everything that DECS has given me personally, and from like the way it's impacted my work personally, it's very hard to articulate, Sora. strategic, kind of tangible, I guess, impact that DECS has had in my business. Something that you shared with us on a call a couple of weeks ago, which I've really seen to be true for me in my business, is when you are grounded in this space of energy coaching and you have these tools that you can use for yourself as well as with your clients, when you can use them to support yourself, it gives you like you can kind of really tune into what the next opportunity is for you in your business or what the next step is. And the way that you spoke about it in the call that we had was like, so, you know, if there's a course you're looking at or something, you can kind of drop in and you can really feel into, is this the next right step for me? I'm someone that loves learning. Like literally, I have a conversation with the other day. I had an Uber driver. He was a chiropractor. I was like Googling, how do I become a chiropractor? I'm like, so I'm always looking at, like, I've always got a list of 20 courses. And I'm like, oh, I'd love to do that. And I've really seen like a very tangible outcome that from in line with what you shared, where I'm able to drop in now and be like, yep, I see that. That looks really cool. I totally could learn something from it, but actually it's not the right thing for me right now in my business. It's not the true right next step for me. And so just from a tangible, like I can literally see the result of that in my business. There's courses that are now like off my list. There's like investments that I was going to make that I'm now not making, and others that I will. And so I just think, like, yeah, to speak to that kind of really tangible outcome, it's like impacting like my finances, the way I'm showing up, my capacity for what I have, like the FOMO. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that too.
Catherine came in knowing she wanted to be nurtured and found that nourishment along with a kick in the pants as she struggled with, quote, finding her niche. Listen to her share about how she came out on the other side of the struggle with some deep wisdom as she moved through her 7-month journey inside of DECS.
For my business, I know for me, I am someone who loves to be in a space where I am nurtured because I know that my business thrives when I am being supported, when I am being held. I know that about myself. It is just something that's really, really great for me. And I was really tied up in that, like, what's my niche? What is my niche? It was such a thing. I changed it multiple times, trying to figure it out, do the right thing, say the right word, do the right Instagram bio, all of those things. And I think something tangible that energy coaching has really helped me with in the way of DECS and being with so many is that it allows me to kind of detach, for lack of a better word, of that I have to get this right. Like I have to get those words right in order for anyone to know what I'm doing, or I have to get so narrow to only be able to serve these particular people, which sent me down roads of like different life experience that I had that weren't always like the quote unquote only people I wanted to work with, because I wanted to work with all the people. And because all of our lives are different and we all experience things in different ways. And that really mattered to me. And I did not know how to express that. I was like so frustrated in that way. And so energy coaching has really supported me as I've gone through DECS to be like, I'm here to support people, and I can more easily be with people and not have to say, I only support you if you've experienced this, this, and this. I can say, I hold space and I can allow whatever to come through, because the prayer field of DECS is so incredibly grounded because I am inside of that prayer field. And because I trust the ability to be able to go where I need to go and then know that's not a space for me. That's for someone else with a different expertise, without feeling that I'm supposed to hold everything. Because I also tried to be the business coach for a little while, and Sora, wrangled me back in and was like, that's not who you are. You're just trying to do something that sounds great. And I was like, no, I would never do that. Totally was doing that. And so kind of even just coming back to myself without knowing that I wasn't even there, of I can hold space and I can hold deep space and I can hold wide space. And DECS really showed me that I have the tools to do that. And I also don't actually have to hold everything, which I think was an expectation that I had on myself. And that felt really, really supportive for me.
Marluce had been an energy coaching client and really wanted to bring the magic she herself had experienced to her own clients. Listen as she shares how she thought she can come in and simply facilitate a coaching session. But oh, how the Great Mother had other plans for her as Marluce moved through initiation after initiation, learning that her journey was one of embodiment and then implementation with her clients.
I definitely did have a strategic reason as well, being a mindset coach. And the main reason for me was that I really wanted my clients to be able to experience the magic synchronicities that I had experienced and witnessed as being an energy coach client myself. And so, yeah, I wanted for them to experience that magic and be able to facilitate that container and the space for them to tap into it. What I have learned is I definitely feel that at the start, I thought that I could simply, learn those things as a tool and then be almost like the conductor or facilitator using those tools. And I've learned that that's not the way for me. It was really like how DECS supported me and allowed me to use the tools was well, I don't want to say simply, like I really needed to embody the learnings, the lessons, the tools myself in my own life as well before I could actually lean in and utilize the tools for my coaching clients. So, that looked like embodying the learnings, the wisdom, but the openness, the trust, the mess, knowing that we were not going to know what it was going to look like. And, being on the edge of our comfort zone. I don't even know if it's on the edge of our comfort zone. It felt freaking uncomfortable completely. So I don't even know if comfort, being completely in the discomfort of not knowing, and how that's helped me really, like I already alluded to it before, is the incredible transformations that I've witnessed with my clients, pro bono clients already. But what I know, the power of energy coaching has allowed me as a coach to really trust my own gifts, my intuition, and express them in a way that feels soul nourishing rather than like coming from that strategic mind place of, oh, this is how I have to, show up or conduct myself. And having a powerful, grounded, nurturing container for my clients, because that's how I experienced having energy coaching as a tool of support for myself in my own learning and growth. And for me, life and business and motherhood and leadership, they all intersect, like they're all integrated. So it's not just like, this is who I am in my business. No, this is how I am in life as a mother, as a business owner, as a coach. So, it elevated everything on all levels for me. Because this is so important from what I've gained from DECS, and how I show up as a coach is weaving creativity and play. You know how Catherine kind of mentioned that, we're using pop culture and amazing movies as part of the learning in DECS, and being able to do that has allowed me to tap into my own creativity and play in the coaching space, with the result that my clients are also then able to be more playful and joyful and have fun in the exploration of what's really holding them back. So, you know, there's like intense tears on one side because, you know, the discomfort and the mess, and then there's like sheer joy, like belly aching laughter, because we get to play and be joyful in the space as well, because that's what life is about. It's all the things. So anyway, creativity and play. Yeah.
Do you see yourself in these stories? What have these shares from Marloes, Catherine, Laura, and Jackie ignited in you? I invite you to follow the breadcrumbs and say yes to one simple action that will move the needle for you and your business today. And if you now know that Devoted Energy Coaching School is a strategic business decision for you, then go ahead and book a call with me right now. There is no need to wait. It is a blessing to serve you. My deepest desire is to bring nourishment to your soul, activate and enliven your inner landscape, and find inspiration through the sacred stories of others and myself, so we remember we are collectively woven. If you would like to learn more about mysticism, spiritual devotion, magic and intuition, sacred leadership, business practices, and devoted energy coaching, please make sure you subscribe to Devoted Way Podcast. As I continue to serve, may I humbly ask for a sacred exchange. I would be so appreciative if you would write a love note, otherwise known as a review. Share the episode with your friends and community members, and engage with me on Instagram at Devoted Way. If you have any questions you desire to be answered on Devoted Way Podcast, please head over to devotedway.com and send me an email. Stay sacred and discover your path and join the Devoted Way. May magic and miracles occur in your life every day as you co-create a synchronistic new world with the Great Mother. Until next time, this is Sora Schilling.